Welcome to the Billionaire Journey Podcast. My name is Shola Matthew. If you've been wondering how you can make six figures doing online business, then this is the podcast episode for you. In this podcast episode, we're going to show you how to make six figures in 90 days or less, even if you don't have any experience, right? And I hope that by the end of this podcast, you are going to gain the experience that you need, the knowledge that you need, and the courage to actually go and execute and make money for yourself. If you have not made any money before, this podcast is for you. If you've not made any money online before, this podcast is for you. And if you have made money online before, then we're going to show you how you can actually scale your business in order to even make more with online business. And I hope that you got value from this. So this is what I want you to do. If you don't have a note with you right now, pause this podcast, pause the audio right now, go and get a note. And maybe it could even be your phone note, or it could just be a paper, but it's better if you have a paper with you and a pen and jot down the things that we're going to say, because what I'm going to share with you here is going to be so valuable that you are supposed to pay me for. But of course, I know many people will be angry that I'm sharing this, but I'm going to share it anyway. I'm going to share it with you, and I hope that you do take massive action on what you're going to learn from this podcast. All right, let's get started. So the first thing that we want to do is it even possible to make money online? And that is why I want to start with your mindset, right? But before we go into your mindset, let's talk about what exactly is online business. Any business that you do, all right, online is basically online business. So for example, let's say you sell shoe in a brick and mortar shop, and then you bring that shoe to maybe an e-commerce. That is an online business already, right? So that's an e-commerce. Then we have and that particular kind of business is what we call physical product business. You're selling a physical product, but you're selling it using online. So it could be Shopify, it could be so on and so forth. But the one I want to discuss with you today is an online business that you can start without having any overdraft. You don't need to necessarily have a lot of money or capital in order to start. Of course, you're going to need money at some point, right? But money shouldn't stop you, from what we want to discuss with you today. So that is basically what online business is. So today we just want to talk about digital product business, because it's easier to create, right? And it's easier to scale, and it's actually easier to start, right? So you don't need office, or you don't need to rent a shop, in order to start this business. You can start from the comfort of your home, either with your phone or your laptop, but preferably with your laptop, right? So what are the things that keep people from making money online? Why don't you make money online? Why aren't people making money online, despite that this thing is actually possible, right? And what I'm going to show you is the same thing that I did when I started my online business, right? And I was able to make six figures online. It is the same thing I want to show and share with you today. So what are the things that are keeping people from making money online? Number one is their mindset. If you have never made, let's say, 1,000 online before, it will be difficult for you to make 100,000. If you've not made $100 or $50, it will be difficult for you to make $1,000. It's just as simple as that. And the reason is this: if there's something we call the money ceiling. It happens in every aspect of life, but we're going to talk about the money aspect right now. Let's say that what you've been able to earn in your entire life has been, the maximum is $20 or $50. By the time someone tells you that it is possible to make $1,000, you will feel like this is not possible. Why? Because the maximum that you've ever made is, $50. So you need to break that ceiling by aiming higher and working towards it. So let's say you were able to break it and then make $100. You feel like, yeah, $100 is actually possible. But anytime you get to that $100 again, you see somehow you just shut down, right? You don't want to progress to more than $100 because that is now your new money ceiling. Now, let's say that you were able to break that and get to $1,000. The same thing will happen. It will be difficult for you to kind of want to move higher than that 1,000 US dollars. Okay, so that is why it is important that you build your mindset, and the way to do that is basically believing that it is possible. Because if you believe that it's not possible, it will not be possible. But if you believe that it's possible, then it will be possible. So another way to break that mindset is to actually read books. One of the books that I recommend in order to think big, in order to break limiting beliefs, is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, right? So you can get that book and read it. It helps you to program your mind and say, yeah, this is actually possible and I can do it. Another book is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So that book can help you to do amazing things. So these are the two books that I really, really recommend on how you can grow your mindset. So another thing you can do to overcome that mindset is to be in a circle of people who can help you achieve your goal and who see this goal as easy as possible. That means that those people have actually been able to make the money that you desire. So for instance, let's say that you've been making $50, $100, and then you want to make 1,000 US dollars. One of the best ways to make 1,000 US dollars is to belong to a community of people whose maybe their minimum amount that they make in a day or in a month is 1,000 US dollars. You could go to Facebook groups and see how people are sharing this. But I know some people don't really believe when they see these things online. So maybe you can have a mentor who has done it before. Okay, so it's good that you overcome that mindset, because any money that is in this world that people say they've made, it is possible. It is possible to make 1,000 US dollars. It is possible to make 100,000 US dollars. It is possible to make 1 million US dollars. It is just that you've not gotten there, but it is absolutely possible. The reason I'm dwelling more on this mindset is that mindset is everything. Because if you don't have the right mindset, it will be difficult for you to make the kind of money that you want to make. And I want you to believe that 6 figures is possible in 90 days or less. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay? So, that being said, let's move to the second reason people don't make money online. Number 2 reason is that people don't have product. Now, when I say product, it's either a product in itself or a service. The two are products. So a product is like a course, ebook. I'm talking about digital products now. Then a service could be like web design and all of that. Now, it's not really easy to scale a service, but it's easier to scale a product like ebook and all of that, because if you sell 10 copies of your ebook, you'll be able to sell 100 copies and to 1,000 copies. You don't need to create that product again. You just create it once and you can sell it as many times as possible. So that's actually another advantage that I recommend digital product. So if you don't have a product, it's going to be difficult for you to actually make money. So that is number 2 reason. Number 3 is people lack sales and marketing skill. There are some people that have fantastic products, but they don't know how to market and sell this product. So if you don't have these three things, it will be difficult for you to make money online. The number one is what? Your mindset. Number two is product. Number three is marketing and sales skills, or sales and marketing skills. So that being said, of course, the way to overcome these things is actually to do the opposite. Like mindset, I've told you how to overcome your mindset. Product, you need to create a product. And sales and marketing, you need to learn sales and marketing. And we're going to talk about all of these things in this episode of the Billionaire Journey Podcast. By the way, if you have not subscribed to our newsletter, please go to thebillionairejourney.com and subscribe. thebillionairejourney.com and subscribe to our newsletter. Okay, so let's go to the next thing that we want to discuss: how to create a digital product. Now, there are three super powerful niches that if you create products in, you are going to sell very, very well. A lot of people make mistake, and because they heard that you can actually make money online, they just go and create any type of product. People won't buy it because you need to sell what people need. What people want instead of just what people need. And I first learned this from the great marketer, Gary Halbert, right? There's a difference between what people need and what people want. And because of what people want, if you sell that thing that people want, it's easier for you to sell as many as possible. For example, people need clothes, right? And because people need clothes, they can get clothes from anywhere, but people want to have like a fashionistic clothes. It's just their want, and that's why you see people spending thousands of dollars on some fashionable clothes, because and that might not even be the main reason, because if you probe for that, you see that people want association. They want to associate with a class, and it's the same reason people buy iPhones. It's not like maybe people actually need the iPhone over an Android, but because people want to be associated with a class, so people want the class, and then people buy things that will help them to achieve that class. Okay, now there's also something we call the crowded market, right? Or the hungry or the starved market. So like I said, Gary Halbert actually talked about these things. So let's say that, there's an analogy that Gary Halbert gave. He said he was teaching a class, and then he asked the students that, what is the one product that you can sell or that you can add, to your product, and a lot of people will buy, that will be an advantage over every other product? And so many of them were saying cheaper, price. Some people say great product. Some people mention a whole lot of things. Then he said, those things are valid, they are good, but the only thing he wants is a starved crowd. Like people who are hungry markets, right? So he now said that in a hungry market, if people are very hungry, they don't really care about what the product is about. They just care about eating that product. You understand? And I link this to, let's say that there is a war somewhere, God forbid, right? And maybe you the only food that is available is the food that you don't really like. Okay, now, and this war has progressed for a long period of time, maybe 30 days, 90 days, and there's no food anywhere. Most likely, you're going to somehow learn how to eat the food that you don't like. We've heard of people, I've not seen it, but I've heard of people who eat pigeons, right? Feces, because they couldn't afford to buy food, or there was no food in their location. So you see, it's the crowd, hungry market is very, very important when you're selling your product. Anyway, so there are 3 hot niches or where you can find this hungry market. Number 1 niche is health and wellness. If you can create a product that can help someone to maybe become slimmer or to overcome a particular disease or maybe overcome a particular health issues, you are going to make a lot of money. Let's say, for instance, you have the cure to COVID and you write a book about it. What do you think is going to happen? Massive buying. For example, in 2020, I don't know what time you are listening to this podcast because I'm recording it right now in 2022. But in 2020, there was COVID-19 and the world was in chaos. A lot of people were looking for solution. Let's say you have a solution at a time and you wrote a book on the solution. Do you know that a lot of people are going to buy it? At the time, for instance, before COVID-19, face masks was not really a luxury. But as soon as COVID-19 started and everybody was mandated to use face masks, a lot of people were buying face masks and the price of face masks, increased skyrocketingly. So number 1 is health and wellness. So that is one of the 3 hot niches that you can sell a product in. Number 2 is relationship, right? So you could say relationship and sex, for instance. Can you help someone to get a girlfriend? Can you help someone to boost his or her self-esteem? Can you help someone to get more in his or her marriage? There are several people who, for instance, their wives or their husbands are cheating on them. They're cheating on them and they want to be able to attract that husband or that wife back so that he or she will not be able to cheat. Or there are some people that are already losing their spouse and they want to learn how they can actually gain their spouse back. Or there are some people who are very timid. They don't know how to, talk to a girl or a guy, right? And they just want solution. Now, if you can sell something on that, it's going to really sell. I remember there was a time, there was this girl that I really, really loved. And that time I was in secondary school, and so secondary school should be what some people call college, or I mean, no, I think it's high school. Yeah, I think it's high school in some other countries. So I like this girl, but I was timid to speak with her. In fact, she gave me a lot of opportunities to speak with her, but I was just timid. My friends pushed me. They even spoke to her, and she was like, this guy should come and speak to me, but I was timid. And eventually I lost that girl. In fact, there was a time that I was very, very hungry. I could not eat just because I missed the opportunity to speak with her. Now imagine that I had a solution to that particular issue at the time. I'm probably going to buy it because I needed it at the time. But eventually, I was able to overcome this timidity, and now I can speak to anybody, anywhere. In fact, I got married to the most beautiful woman in the world right now, and I wasn't timid when I spoke with her, right? So relationship is a particular, niche that you can sell stuff in and make a lot of money online. The last but not the least is money and business. Can you help people save more money, or can you help them make more money? You're going to sell a lot. For example, this podcast is in that niche of money and business. I can decide to take this podcast and sell it because I'm sharing valuable information in the podcast. And this is something that people are going to read. I will not be surprised if this episode of the podcast becomes the most listened to episode so far and on the Billionaire Journey Podcast. Okay, so money and business. So let's recap. Number 1, we said health and wellness. Number 2 is what? Relationship and sex. And number 3 is what? Good. You guys are really, really following, and I love you for that. My friend, is money and business. So there are certain tools that you need in order to create your online business, right? In order to make that 6 figures in 90 days or less. By the way, this is the Billionaire Journey Podcast. If you are just joining us for the first time, you can subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to this podcast from, and you can go to the Billionaire Journey Podcast and subscribe to our newsletter. When you subscribe to our newsletter, we're going to share 2 amazing episodes with you, how you can move, the secrets to move from zillionaire to the billionaire, and then we're going to share with you how to create a podcast. And maybe we're going to add this episode with it eventually. But yeah, let's continue. So here are the tools that you need in order to start your online business or to continue your online business or to scale it up. Okay. So you need Google Doc. Now it depends on what kind of product you want to create. So before going into this, let me talk about the types of products that you can create. You can create an ebook, all right, that people can read. So that is a type of digital product. You can create an audio product. For example, this podcast you're listening to could be an audio product. It's also an audio product, right? And then number 3, you can create video products. So in the form of courses or any kind of video, right? So, and the video, you don't even need to show your face if you don't want to, right? So, and you can also show your face. So these are the 3 types of product that you can create. So the tools that you need in order to create this product, like I told you, Google Doc, or some people can use Microsoft Word. So why do you need this tool? For Google Doc, you can use it to create ebook. Okay, you can use it to create ebook, and we also have Audacity. Now, what I'm using to record this podcast right now is Audacity. You can use Audacity to record your podcast and to edit it as well. But I'm talking about creating digital product. But if you want to distribute your podcast online, you can use Anchor. Okay, Anchor is Anchor, Anchor, and that is what I use to distribute my podcast. In fact, all the podcasts that I've created, all the podcast episodes that I've created so far, I use Anchor. But because I want to create more like a tutorial today, or that is going to last for a longer period, that is why I'm using Anchor, and I can use Anchor. That's why I'm using Audacity, and I can use Audacity to edit. It's quite easy to edit with Audacity, and Audacity is absolutely free. You can just search for Audacity online, Audacity. Search for it online, and you can download it. All right. Then we have InShot. For some of you who are using your smartphone, you can actually use InShot to edit videos as well. And so when you create your video, you can use your phone recorder if you want to create tutorial on your phone, to edit your video. But another tool that I found very helpful, especially if you want to create video tutorials online, or maybe on YouTube, you can use Camtasia. Camtasia, I believe, is spelled as Camstasia. Camtasia. So you can use Camtasia to record your screen, or you can even use it to record your face, and then you can also use the same Camtasia to edit your videos. There are also other many tools. You can just Google them online on how you can record your laptop screen or record your videos and edit them. All right, let's go further. You also need Google Slide or Microsoft PowerPoint. Google Slide. Okay, for example, let's say you want to create a slide that will show people on how to do something, and then you flip that slide. You can use Google Slide. I like Google Slide. You can also use Canva for that, because you can also create slides with Canva, and Canva is super amazing tool that I recommend for your designs, almost anything you can do today with Canva. It's quite funny. All right, so you can use Canva. Then there's also Google Drive or Dropbox. These are places where you can save your documents so that you can share them with people when they want to, after they've purchased your digital product. You can also use Amazon S3. I use Amazon S3. I use Google Drive as well, and I've used Dropbox at a time, but I find Google Drive very easy to use, especially for beginners. Okay, then you need a website. If you don't have a website, it's you've not completely set up an online business, but you can start with maybe just MailChimp, that is autoresponder. You can be able to create landing pages for free, but it's best to have your own website. Okay, and you need autoresponder, especially if you want to make money while you're sleeping, right? You need an autoresponder. What I mean by autoresponder is this. Let's say that if you go to the Billionaire Journey Podcast.com, the Billionaire Journey Podcast.com, and then you input your name and email, automatically, right, you're going to receive an email welcoming you to the Billionaire Journey Podcast newsletter, and you also receive, a gift or gifts from us. So that is basically what we call autoresponder. If I want to hide that page from people, for instance, I can put a payment link there, and then when people make payment, it will be redirected to that page for them to get the gift that we're giving. So that is basically what autoresponder does. And you can also create that autoresponder such that it can be sending messages, even after the person had downloaded your first material, maybe 2 days after, 3 days after, and so on and so forth. So basically that is what autoresponder is. The simplest one to use is MailChimp, but you can also use other ones like Aweber. You can use GetResponse. The one I use is called Sendy, and although that one is a bit complex to use because you need to install it on your own server, but it's the cheapest, and it's also amazing. So if you go to, I'm probably going to leave the link for you to get Sendy in the show notes. Basically, if you get it using the link in the show note, I'm going to get a little commission from you. From Sendy, and it doesn't affect your price at all. That is, you still, even if you don't use that link, you're still going to pay the same price. So, but if you use the link, you're going to get Sendy, and then I will get a commission from it. And I want to encourage you to do that because it's one of the ways by which you encourage us to do more of this podcast so that we can help you. Yeah. So other things you need: Zoom. You can also use Zoom to record your screen as well, or to create a tutorial and then convert it to video after recording, and you can sell it to people. Then if you don't have a website, you can actually start with a WhatsApp. I have a course on selling on WhatsApp. It's called WhatsApp Sales Blueprint, and I have a course on how you can create product and make money with WhatsApp. It's called WhatsApp Income Generator. And these books, right, if you buy the WhatsApp Income Generator, you're going to get the WhatsApp Sales Blueprint for free. Yes. And the WhatsApp Income Generator actually will teach you on how to make money with WhatsApp. So even if you don't have a website yet, you can start with your WhatsApp. So instead of, maybe you want to run ads on Facebook, instead of putting your link, right, you just put the WhatsApp link. It's quite easier that way. But don't allow WhatsApp to replace your website. It's very important that you have a website as well. It is the best. Okay, then you can also utilize Telegram, just like WhatsApp. You can use Telegram, especially if you're having a larger class. Okay, those are some of the tools that you need. Maybe as we progress, I'm going to also mention some other tools, but for now, I want you to take note of all of these tools that I mentioned. Yeah, this is the Billionaire Journey Podcast, and if you have not subscribed to our newsletter, please go to thebillionairejourney.com, thebillionairejourney.com, and subscribe. There we share things that we don't share in the public. All right, so get it there. Now, how do you create your digital product? So let's say that you want to create an ebook, okay, and you want to create an ebook in a niche of health, for instance. So you did your research. And how do you do research? You can go to Amazon, look at the niche health, and see what is selling, the best selling books. If some people are like, why would I choose the best selling books? That means there are a lot of competition. Yeah, and that is good, because if people are buying something, it actually shows that there are a lot of people who are willing to even buy more. So when you get to Amazon, go on health, check ebook, right? Then go under health and check the best-selling ebooks on health. Then look at the reviews. Check the good reviews, but most importantly, check the bad reviews. The bad reviews will most likely tell you what is lacking in the book, right? In the best-selling books. Then you will now create something similar, and then you sell it, including all the things that are not included in those best-selling books. I hope you understand what I mean. So that is basically one of the ways by which you can do research. You can also go to Google Trends. If you search for Google Trends, you can search for maybe health. For example, let's say under health, you want to sell something that has to do with weight loss. So you go to Google Trend, then you type weight loss. All right. So when you type weight loss, see how people are searching for it over a period of time. If it's increasing, it shows that there's a demand for that particular weight loss. And you can also have an idea of the keywords, that is the words or the phrases that people are searching for. So let's say that under weight loss, people are searching for how to lose weight without exercise, right? So you can create an ebook on that, and then you can sell to people. And how you create that ebook is what I want to discuss with you. So you go to your Google Doc or Google document or Microsoft Word, and then you type all that you want to type there. And then when you're done, just export it as a PDF. I hope that is simple enough. If you don't know how to do this, you can check on YouTube. There are a lot of tutorials on how to do that on YouTube. And you can go to Shola Matthew on YouTube. You'll probably see there's a class I did, a masterclass on online business masterclass, how to start your online business. You're going to see it on my YouTube channel from A to Z, right? So you can watch that particular video. Okay, so after creating your ebook, right, what you do is that you now store the ebook, you upload it on Google Drive. Okay, so when you upload it on Google Drive, just keep it there. We're going to come to the next stage. All right. So that is for ebook. Okay. And you can design the flyer, the book cover of your ebook using Canva. So you just go to Canva, just choose your ebook. I think it's usually 6x9, and then you just choose a template that you like or design it from scratch. If you don't know how to design, the best thing to do is to get someone to design the ebook cover for you, because many people say that don't judge a book by its cover, but the reason people are saying that is because a lot of people are judging books by its covers. Right? So that is the cover of your ebook is super important. Right? Now, after creating your ebook cover with Canva, you can go to Addison. Addison is spelled as Adazing. Addison. When you just search it on Google, you are going to upload that ebook. After you must have downloaded your ebook from Canva in PNG. Make sure that the quality is high. Then upload it on Addison, and then it will create a mock-up for you, like a 3D ebook cover that you can share with people. Or you can upload it on your website front page. Okay. So you can also do that 3D stuff on Canva, but you must be using the pro version of Canva to be able to do that. Or you can just search for ebook 3D covers. There are also other websites that offer that particular tool for you. for free. Okay, so if you want to create audio, just go to Audacity, record it, and then export it, right? You can edit it as well, or you can record the audio with your smartphone. There's an app on Android called Smart Recorder, and there's an app on iOS called Voice Note. So you can just record it, then export it to Audacity, and then edit it. Okay, so when you're done, you can also upload it on Google Drive or Amazon S3 or Dropbox. Now, if you want to create a video tutorial or a video course, just record using Zoom or record using Camtasia, or if your laptop has recording tool, you can also do that. Or even if you can use your phone to record. There are phone recorders that you can get, right? There's, for Android, I think there's AZ screen recorder, AZ screen recorder. Then on iOS usually comes with its own recorder, so your screen recorder, you can just record it. So when you record, you can just be presenting, for example, using Google Slide. So you just say, okay, what we're going to teach you today is this: how to make money online, or how to create your ebook. Then you just keep recording, and then when you're done, you can upload it on Dropbox or on Google Drive. But I have found out that they don't give the best experiences for video. So what you want to do is you upload it on YouTube, but make sure that after you've uploaded it on YouTube, you make the privacy settings as unlisted. Okay, don't put it in public, unlisted, so that only the people that you share the link with are going to have access to it. I hope you understand all that we're saying. Don't worry if you don't understand at this point. Just when you're done with this podcast, just replay it and just keep listening over and over. Sometimes I tend to read books more than 2 times to really grasp everything that is in there. And sometimes, I get to listen to podcasts or to watch videos over and over in order to understand something. So repeat, or what do I call it now? Replay this podcast as many times as possible so that you can understand all that we're talking about. Now, when you upload something on Google Drive, ensure to put it as, you go to the settings, right, and go to share, and then make sure that your settings is set as anyone with this link can view, right? So that by the time you share the link with people, they'll be able to view the ebook, or they'll be able to view the audio so that they can download those things when necessary. All right, so I've talked about creating your digital product and also storing your digital product. Now, let's talk about how you can market your digital product. Now, the same way you created your digital product for health is the same way you can create for money. Just research on Amazon and other platforms like Google Trend, and then you now create your product. And sometimes you can even ask people, say, hello, I'm trying to create a solution on how you can make money. Do you have any question? Or you can go to forums on Facebook, close communities, just join. For example, if you want to create a product on making money, right? Just search for make money on Facebook, and then you join those groups. Look at the questions that people are asking. Check the comments with the most reaction. Check what people are asking. These are the places where you're going to see what you can create, and then people will buy. Okay. That being said, let's go to marketing your product. So let's say that you've already set the price for your product, and some people are like, should I set my price high? Should I set my price low? Now it depends on the value that you're creating. So if you want to sell an ebook, usually an ebook will have a lesser price than a video. Okay, so if you are creating a video, maybe you'll be able to set your price a bit higher. But if you're creating an ebook, your product is going to be cheaper than video, because people have this passive value that if you're creating a video, you probably took more time and you'll be able to explain more than when they're just reading books. Okay, so when you look at those things before you place a price to your product. Now let's talk about marketing. So I read a book called Expert Secret. Expert Secret and Traffic Secrets by Russell Brunson. And he mentioned that, somebody told him about the Dream 100. Now, before I even tell you about running ads, okay, you can start by doing free traffic, right? That is free selling, basically. But this is not going to be, help you make money in 90 days, like that we were saying, make 6 figures in 90 days. Okay, so how do I mean? So let's say that after creating your product, you've hosted it online, okay, and then you now want to sell it. So you can start by, by telling people, maybe you have social media following, just tell people that, there's this product that I want to sell. I want to sell. It's in the making. If you are interested in the product, now click on this link to join the wait list. Now, why is your wait list important? That's why I told you about the autoresponder. Okay, so and then the wait list will now, you see that people are actually interested in the product. So you just create the landing page that just like the one on the Billionaire Journey Podcast. The billionairejourney.com, right? If you go to Billionaire Journey, you'll be able to put your name and email. So let's say you create something like that, and then you say join the wait list on that you want to create. If you're interested in buying this, or if you're interested in this solution, join this wait list. So people will be able to join, right, and be on the wait list. So when your product is ready, fully ready, then you can share with them. So when people join this wait list, you just keep warming them up. For example, you can share some of the tips that you're already creating in the program. Okay, now share the link to this wait list on different social media. Talk about it. If you are joining forums that you want to share link with, don't start by sharing your link. Start by giving value to people. Talk about the things that you see people are asking. Answer people's questions. And who knows, you can liaise with the admin of the group and tell them, there's this solution I'm creating. Can you please help me to share it? And if the group admin says that you've been sharing or delivering a lot of value, you probably share it with the group for free. Okay, talk to your friends as well. The Dream 100 I was about to talk to by Russell Brunson is that, let's say that you have just 5 of your friends, okay, or 100 people. Can you find 100 people, or even if it's just 5 people who are really, really interested in what you do and who can share with their own friends, especially if they are influencers, right? And then you can follow some influencers, you can follow some people that you respect that have the audience of people you're looking to sell to. Okay, first, don't ask them for something, try to serve them. Okay, and you can comment on their post. Some people think that these celebrities don't check their posts. They do. So let them see you, right? Just listen to, there's an episode of the Billionaire Podcast that we titled "Why Celebrities Don't Reply to Your Messages," and so on and so forth. You can just search for that episode and listen to it. It's going to really teach you about how you can contact celebrities. Good. So start by doing all this free organic stuff, especially if you don't have money. But if you have money, the best thing for you to do is to invest in paid ads. So, and one of the ways by which you can do that is Google ads. You can do Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Twitter ads, and so on and so forth. Let me say that, because some people will ask that, should I run ads on all of these platforms? No, you can start with one platform. For example, you can start with Facebook. A lot of people on Facebook, right? Billions of people. And Facebook gives you the opportunity to target deep, deeply, what people's interests are. And I would have suggested you start with TikToks and all of that, but I consider Facebook a starting point for you, all right? And it's not really hard to start with, all right? So when you want to run your ads on Facebook, better to do conversion ads, so you run a conversion ad so that you'll be able to attract people into your lead magnet. All right, I'm going to talk about that in a short while. How do you now run these ads? If you go to Facebook, or you go to you go to business.facebook.com, you'll be able to see the ad section. Then you create your ad. And that is why I said that it's better that you have a website, right? Because you need to install what we call the Facebook Pixel and conversion API on your website, so that you'll be able to track if people are getting to the desired places on your website, and then you'll be able to track that. And you can also retarget people who have visited your website or a section of your website. Okay, so Facebook ad is the go-to place. You can go in my YouTube channel, Shola Matthew, just search for Shola Matthew, and you can watch the different tutorials that I have there on how to run ads. Maybe you Google ads, Twitter ads, and Facebook ads. Everything is on my YouTube channel. All right, now before you run your ads, there's something you need to understand. You need to be able to do the autoresponder such that when people make payment, automatically they get your product. That is the product delivery. Okay, and why this is important is because you don't need to be there before someone can get the product delivered, and that is why it is digital product. So you can set your payment system to be maybe Stripe, or if you're in Nigeria, for example, you use Paystack or Flutterwave, and you can use PayPal. You can use any of these online payment systems, right? So now how does this work? So let's say that somebody makes payment. Let's say your ebook is $7. So somebody makes payment for this ebook on your website, okay, using Stripe, for example. With Stripe, I think you can also integrate PayPal with it. So somebody can make payment with his or her card or with PayPal. So after the person makes this payment of $7, the payment system automatically redirects the person to a page. So this page could be on your website, or it could be, for example, the page that you created with MailChimp. So the person will now be redirected to that page, and then when the person is redirected to that page, there is an instruction to put name and email, right, of the person. Now when the person puts his or her name and email, it will also be redirected for the person maybe to a page where we'll call the thank you page. So the thank you page where you say, oh, thank you so much for your payment. All right, please check your email to access the ebook. You could also put the link to download the ebook on this thank you page as well, but it's better to also send an automatic email that the person would get after the person gets the ebook. After the person makes payment. So let me repeat that again, because it might seem a little bit complex for some people, but it's just like some step-by-step way where we call funnel, right? So let's say you run an ad. That's the first step. You run an ad, right? So an ad on Facebook to say, hello, if you're interested in this ebook, buy this ebook now. You already given them the value that they're going to get in the ebook. Okay, so when they click on that ad, they are led to your sales page on your website. So this sales page talks about everything that they are going to get in the ebook. Now make sure that you sell value, right? Not just the product. Tell them about what they are going to get and how they are going to get it. Okay, so tell them the price, everything on that sales page. So after, let's say the person is interested, the person then clicks on, pay now, or order now, whatever. So the person clicks on it, and the person is led to a page to make payment. So this could be Stripe, it could be PayPal, it could be Paystack, or whatever payments gateway you're using in your country. Now, after the person makes the payment, fills his or bank details or card details, and then the person makes the payment, the person is redirected to a page on your website to input name and email so that you can deliver that ebook to him automatically. So you must have created this with your Namecheap or with Aweber or whatever autoresponder you're using. Now, after the person, inputs his or her name and email, the person is redirected to a page, to get the ebook, or to say thank you so much for buying this ebook. Please check your email to get the ebook. So the person gets the ebook delivered to his or her email. The landing page creator that I use, or the page builder that I use for my landing pages, is Thrive Architect. Thrive Architect. Thrive Architect is spelled as THRIV. If you check the show notes, you're gonna see that Thrive Architect. All right. So that is what I use to create this stuff. So now, when the thing that you are now left with is to keep running adverts to that your landing page. Okay, so the more, especially if you see that maybe you run an advert of $50, for instance, and you made maybe sales that covers your ad, and you make some money. Now, if you want to scale it, all you need to do is to increase the ad budget to, for example, if you've been running ad of $10 or $20 or $100, and you are making a lot of money, why not increase it to $200? Then from $200 maybe to $500, from $500 to $1,000, because you are sure that you are going to get the money profit from it. Okay, so I hope that you've been able to get something from this podcast. Basically, if you practice all that I've said in this podcast, I want to guarantee you, right, that you're going to make 6 figures in 90 days or less. All you need to do is to follow all the things that I've shown you here and to scale it up, and 6 figures will be yours. If you have any question as regards this, please use the hashtag the Billionaire Journey Podcast on social media, and then tag me at Shola Matthew, and I'm going to respond to you. Or you can send a voice. If you're listening on Anchor, for example, there's a feature by which you can be able to ask a question using using the message section. Just click on the message, and then you'll be able to ask a question, and who knows, I'll probably be able to answer your question in any of our next episode. Yeah, so that is how to make 6 figures in 90 days or less, even if you don't have any experience. If you want me to hold you by the hand and teach you how you can set up your online business, maybe one-on-one, right, you can send an email to podcast@thebillionairejourney.com. podcast@thebillionairejourney.com. State categorically that you want me to teach you how you can set up your online business and make money from it. Now, this is not free, of course. It's going to require a good amount of money. And if you're interested, just send that email. When you send the email, let me know, and then my assistant is going to reply to you and tell you what is required of you in order to get started. So maybe you're going to set up a free 15 to 30 minutes consultation call, and we'll see if you're a good fit for us to teach you on this particular way of making 6 figures in 90 days or less. So thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If you have any question, like I said, please feel free to ask using the message, or you can share on social media. Use the hashtag the Billionaire Journey Podcast, and we're going to respond to you. And remember to go to thebillionairejourney.com. thebillionairejourney.com and subscribe to our newsletter. When you subscribe, you're gonna get amazing gifts from us. Thank you so much. My name is Shola Matthew, and I hope that you do share this podcast with other people so that they can also learn, right? Share. If you're learning something, please share with other people so that they can learn from you. Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. See you on the next episode.